welcome back. Let's check out these breeders because these little babies today have really shocked me. What's going on here? These cockbirds are definitely trying to get those hens into those bowls and get some eggs in there, but it's really just not happening. We've had a couple of really cold, wetty days, and now we've got today. It's probably the hottest day we've had so far this year, and it is not pleasant at all. So I think that this weather might actually turn some of these pairs on. I have noticed that Mr. Kruger, he's all right. He's just looking a little bit tired, so he's not looking the best. So I think I might have to make that decision to pull him away from the hen that he's with and sit him aside, because these birds that I brought, they obviously need a little bit of conditioning because they're all a lot of problems with it. And there's my son crying in the background, so I'll go and see what's going on over there. All is good, but like I said, some of these condition wasn't, I don't know what's wrong with them. They just, one round and it's really pretty much just knocked them out. And it's a little bit frustrating because I really wanted this pair to get down and give us 3 rounds. But at this point, we're struggling just to do the one. I really think that 2 from that, trying to push 2 rounds from that cockbird is going to be a little bit of a problem. So, I'm going to keep a very close eye on him, see how he goes. But at this point, I wouldn't say that he's the gleaming, shiny, amazing cockbird that we had when he first come in after that first week or two. Took us a couple of weeks to get him up into some kind of nice condition. But I don't know what's happened to him. It's just obviously we probably need to give them more of a break. Because most of my birds, you'll see that no problem in, they'll go for round after round after round. But, obviously the stress of relocating those birds has made things a little bit difficult. So we'll have to change things up a bit. This cockbird's doing all right. He's trying to push those hens. And also this pair as well, they've done pretty well. So the main thing today that I really wanted to do and test was that you'll see each one of these 3 compartments. There is a 4th one in the other loft. So for all my one loft birds, which are the ones with the little pink rings on them, which you'll see down there, I wanted to get these ones because these 3 and the 4th one over in the other loft are the youngest pairs. So I really wanted to make sure that we start weaning them out early as possible. So what I've done is I've put the little pick trays in here, and the babies, no problem at all. They were straight in there and they've been eating, so it's really good. I could have got it in there earlier actually, but I kind of only just thought of it before. So yeah, it's working really well. The babies are straight in there eating. I'm pretty comfortable if we keep this up that the babies will be fine when we move them over and send them off to the one loft race, because all 6 of these babies plus the other 2 in the other loft are going to the one loft race. So yeah, it's good. I'm pretty happy. And also shortly I'll be able to give them their PMV shots as well, ready for the trip over, because we have to give them one before we send it. But it's my preference anyway, because PMV is not something we want to muck around with. We don't want to send birds over there and they get sick and die. That's not something we want. So we will do that very soon. But all these babies are looking quite good. I'm pretty happy how they're all turning out. These 2, even though the father seems to be a little bit under the weather, he seems a little bit run down. The babies are looking pretty good. If you only got to look at the stance on this guy here, I'd say he's a nice male, but they are looking happy and healthy. And these ones are my Kruger crosses, so it's the only Kruger crosses I've got so far. So I'm really hoping to get more pairs out of these guys, but yeah, I don't know. We'll just do what we can do. And the time's kind of running out before it starts getting a bit too hot, and I kind of want to shut it down so we can really get all these birds up flying. But the next pairs here are the Cassat crosses that we've got. This is the mother here. She's an interesting hen, this one. I'll definitely be racing this hen this year as well. She's just a bit too young to race last year, so we just got her in. And I thought we'll cross the Cassats over her, because the Cassats, see our little fella's panting. It's a little bit warm already today, the humidity. is quite high as well, so that doesn't really help. But I'm pretty happy with these ones. I really do like them, turning out to be quite nice little birds. There is one of those Cassat's cocks that I'd like to try. That's the father. There is another one over there I'd definitely like to try, and he's paired up with the hen down here, and she's not doing anything just yet. And we've got these two here as well. So I'm surprised actually how well these ones are turning out. They're quite nice little birds. They are going to the one loft race. You know, we'll see how they turn out. Oh, here's the other cockbird here that I want to try and get some babies out of, because he's actually a really nice bird. He's very powerful too. So he's paired up to the hen that's actually up in the bowl. So this one here and that one over the back, they're actually full sisters. They're actually nestmates too. They were the only two babies we got out of the pairing of Storm and Shock, so they're like a Stafford recross. But they'll be back shortly. But this cockbird's interested because he hasn't been able to breed just yet, but he really wants to. And this is his half brother here. So the other two that I got, they were meant to be a pair, but they both turned out to be cockbirds. So this one we might move him on a little bit later and just keep the one cock. I definitely like this one over here, so I want to try and get some more babies out of him. And this little hen, she's been sitting in this nest for ages with really no success, so you know, she might have to go back in the loft. But I feel like this pair will keep together for a little bit longer because they're breeding some nice babies. And these little weapons here, these are the ones I want to keep together for a little bit as well. This pair, I'm really liking them. Even just for one more pair, I reckon we'll be able to get it out before that season goes a bit too crazy. But it looks like we've got two more mealies, which is really good, because we haven't bred many of the red colour this year, so it will be nice to get them a few more into that race loft. But I'd say they definitely look like both mealies, so I'd say they're both going to be cocks as well. But I'm pretty happy how those are turning out. There is another male to this over on the other side, full brother to these, and he's turned out to be quite a nice bird. He's starting to really fill out now too, so it'll be interesting to see how the rest of these turn out and how they actually fly. So hopefully, we've done pretty well with the mealies anyway. That was one of the only colours that made it all the way out to the right. Like, you know, the mother of these babies, she made it out to 515 kilometres, so she made it pretty much every single race. So I was pretty happy with her. So a colour, not really, I don't really classify them as a colour, but they've done reasonably well. But everyone's doing pretty well. I will catch you guys next video.